Yeah, I don't think we are going to be killing any of the larger dragons in the unnamed city this time. Dan says probably not up for the job just yet. Okay. Are you in follow mode? You are. Let's get moving then. Don't really need durability for my pick there. I guess I could leave the insulated wood behind at least. Just to get some minute changes to our carrying capacity. What's my water situation? I think I might need to take some additional purified water with me. Just to be on the safe side. Right. This lands us next to the archive. And there's one chest here that we can quite easily loot. It does not look like the dancer's doing that much damage, but at the bare minimum she should do the weapon's base damage, which is 71. That black guy's longsword, I think. That's 2 levels now that you've made yourself. We've gained 4 points of vitality, so that's nice. think you also gain agility, so your armor class is over 900 now, so you actually get 1 additional % of damage reduction, I think. And I think there's a team of relic hunters behind this thing here. Sometimes these walls glitch and you cannot just walk through. Not sure if it's been fixed already, but they do work, at least from the other direction maybe. Apparently they've been fixed, so we need to go there the proper way. It feels like they've really botched the two-handed weapons in this game. I get my attacks interrupted all the time. No such issue with the axe, with just straight blows with the axe. But two-handed sword interruptions galore. Archers seem to have way less hit points than the skeletons with the bone sword. Have I read this before? I probably haven't. So yeah, we have some relic hunters here. They are aggro because of course they are. Their leader is fairly tough. If I recall correctly, he uses a polearm weapon. You can sort of cheese them with a bow from above, where they cannot engage with you. I think that's a possible archer, so... Or not. Grenadier, okay. I guess it's pulled aggro from only that one. Also seem to be fighting against the local city dwellers here. So next we'd be fighting versus 3. You probably want to cheese them a bit with a poison arrow. Maybe from on top of this thing. I have a vague memory of the enemy having its AI porked when I'm way above their head. Of course, this is an uneven surface which occasionally glitches the climbing feature of this game, which is unfortunate. God damn it. All the while, my stamina is getting spent. so annoying because it's basically a bug that prevents me from actually climbing up this thing. Here we go. So how many arrows would they take? It looks like the henchmen take 3 if they spend the entire duration poisoned. And once they're down, I'll be able to more safely engage with their squad leader. Even though it's going to be dark by then. Let's see if we can speed this up by shooting a couple of arrows at them. Like so. And then I guess we go down and engage. Okay, they seem to have random weapons. All the previous times this one has had a trident. And where is my dancer? Feel like my dancer's stuck somewhere. And we get a heart of a hero from this one, which you can sacrifice to Hanuman in Hanuman's grotto and possibly get a gorilla for it. We saw a chest here somewhere. Should have treasure in it. 5 gold coins. I guess they made the wall solid after all. I can no longer walk through it. That's nice, they're fixing bugs. So in pitch blackness we continue. Come on, what's the actual climbable route? That's towards leaving the city. We actually want to go southwest, so this way. Guess we descend these stairs again. Maybe these skeletons have respawned. No? Not yet. Okay. That's a long way down. Let's use these stairs. If it were brighter, I could be more assured of my parkour.
I will cut your heart out.
This bridge. I think there was a chest hidden underneath it. Like if you go here, there's a chest here. Additional armor repair kit. Which is nice. A couple of skeletons there that you might want to kill for EXP. So, and what's your levels up situation? Very close to leveling up. So I guess the chest that we looted might have been what this book alludes to. Ah, right, this one I also remember. Shitloads of skeletons worshipping this thing here. And you can kill them. Naturally. But you can also snatch their treasure without fighting, really. If I can only remember the corner where it was. It's basically a small box. Or at least it was here before. Why am I not seeing it now? Fairly sure it was supposed to be here, like on a stone thing like this. I don't think it was destroyed in the battle. Okay, maybe it's just not here all the time. Maybe there's randomness in it. Anyhow, it would have contained a fragment of power. And actually we have an NPC here that we can talk to. We could talk to him.
I smell you,
Right.
human. The stench of your kind has not improved throughout the eons. Ashes and dust, human. Ashes and dust. All that remains of what we once were. An echo of an echo. In my mind, I still walk the streets of our city. The iron scent of blood as I pass the temple of the old serpent. The thrumming power in my veins as I chant the ritual of summoning. The intoxication and ecstasy of knowledge. Ashes and dust. When the world was shattered, your people came to us as refugees. We were generous. We gave them the wild north. They built a city there amongst the trees and practiced weird sciences and worshipped their demon gods. For 1,000 years, there was peace and trade among our peoples. But your kind is ever seeking, ever grasping, ever multiplying. War was inevitable, and when it came, it was terrible. I see that you wear the bracelet, human. When the war between our peoples began, we created such to bend the prisoners of war to our bidding. My kind are long-lived, and slow to replenish our numbers. And as we dwindled in the war, we increasingly came to rely on human prisoners to provide us with labor. To that end, we created the bracelets. To bond your kind, to control your movements, to allow you to understand our language, and to prevent your kind from escaping. But that was an eon ago. To what purpose they have now been attuned, I cannot say. I was one of the triumvirate that ruled this land. The Archivist concerned himself primarily with the collection of knowledge, and the Priest King had dominion over our spirits and the rituals of our faith. My people called me the Warmaker, for it was my duty to keep them safe, and for a while, I did my duty. I held the northern passages against the humans. Together with the Archivist, I established the watchtowers to warn us of the coming of the humans. They burn still, bonded one. When their color changes, it is because those of your kind have crossed the borders to our kingdom with the intent to slay, burn, and kill.
The purge fires, basically.
In the end, we were betrayed. During a skirmish in the north, the humans revealed a new weapon, forged of their strange science. It smashed through the ranks of my troops, turning those captured in its blast into solid stone. Those who survived fled south to lick our wounds. During this moment of weakness, the Priest King came to me with a proposal. A new ritual to counter the human sciences. A powerful magic to scour the landscape and drive them forth. In desperation, I agreed. Do you understand, human? In ages past, this was the most fertile land in our empire. And then I unleashed the magic that created the sandstorm. And I lost control of it. I betrayed my people to a slow, dwindling doom. I've been alone in the darkness for a long time, human. Few have come to me over the eons. But there was a man who came here years ago. I had not spoken with another being for thousands of years. And there was a hunger in me for conversation. He did not wear a bracelet as you do, so he learned my speech. And he listened to me talk of this city and what it once was. And for a while, as I described it to him, it lived again in my mind. Perhaps I spoke too much. When I told him of the greatest artifact of our religion, the Serpent Ring of Set, he left me to search for it. And now your kind come into my city again, wearing the slave bonds and disturbing the dead. Time has taught me that coincidences are simply patterns that I have not yet understood. Ashes and dust, human. Ashes and dust. All that remains of what we once were.
Could you
An
take its
echo
plight
of an
seriously?
echo. In my mind, I still walk the streets of our city. The iron scent of blood as I pass the temple of the old serpent. The thrumming power in my veins as I chant.
Right. There's a citadel here, I think. There's a... What? Something to interact with? What was there to interact with? No, it's saying it again. Is it this one?
Hunted one. This is the spiritual heart of our city. Herein, the sacrificial rituals of Set are performed constantly, such that the scent of sacrifice will bring glory and victory to our people. Enter, slave. If you have been bidden to come here, if it is the purpose of your being to be given to the old serpent, do not allow your footsteps to falter. Enter, slave. Give your heart to Set.
If we go closer to that location, the world boss snake should spawn. Maybe we're having a memory issue, but it should be there. Like so. But I think there are a few treasure chests in this hall that you can loot without starting a fight with the boss. Yeah, I'm not really sure if the Dancer can tank against that poison damage. Maybe it's reliant on their survival stat. That could be possible modifier for how much poison damage you actually do take. Not just here. Although there's a chest behind the snake. If we briefly engage him in combat, I could use my skeleton key to maybe loot it. That could be a thing. Also, I do need to shoot my bow at him to make the Dancer initiate combat. Like so.
As the snake strikes, so do I!
Maybe we can actually defeat it. Also, the poison's really powerful, but we can sort of compensate with our own bleeding debuffs that we do deal. But once the poison stack, the damage is real. Guess it's still coming. And we got him down to half. You down to 35% maybe. So now we just try and recover. Maybe the snake will lose interest. I think the pork rinse of a superior region. Or not. What about these roasted haunches? Is that the... No. They all seem to be the same. Yeah, we did spend our skeleton key opening that chest. We got this weapon for it. So it's just a strength buff, is it? Is it 5 or is it 10? 5. Can't really say if that's going to be useful or not. Because this one has superior base damage over it. And if it's only 5 strength, then if worn by a troll, it might not be even blip in the radar. But now he's or she's gaining proper regen. Let's actually halt the recording for a bit and come back when she's more recovered.